To everyone, hello. This is Kathy from Divine Debut, and this is your astrology update for the weekend. Well, today's the 7th of November, so this is your weekend astrology update. I want to thank you all, first of all, for subscribing, liking, and sharing, and I do hope that I can bring you a little bit of clarity on what's going on astrologically. Okay, so I've put 0 Aries here on the chart so it could help you understand fully what's going on in the sky. All right, everyone, let's begin first of all with the fact that Mercury has moved now direct. Okay, Mercury is at 27 of Libra. Remember, Mercury retrograded from the 25th degree until the 11th degree of Scorpio. So now it's covering, even though it's moved direct, it's covering the ground that it retrograded on. Okay, so it will be ingressing into Scorpio in about 3 days. Okay, so remember that a lot is going on with relationships as Mercury retrograded in the signs, house number 7 and 8. 7th house is the house of transformation. It's the natural house of Libra, which means connection to others, other people. Okay, it's balance and harmony. And therefore, Mercury, the messenger of the gods, has retrieved, whilst retrograding in the sign of Scorpio, it picked up on things that were hidden, things to do with the occult. So matters of the occult, remember, Scorpio is a very intuitive, very deep, very powerful sign as it's ruled by Pluto. So it's retrieved the messages. It's gone to visit Hades. Can remember that the energy of Mercury is neutral, depending on which sign it's transiting through. So Mercury now, it stopped at the 25th degree, started to move direct a few days ago. And Mercury, today's Saturday, I would say from yesterday, more than likely, the messages will start to come through as when planet stations to turn direct or to go retrograde. That's when it's more powerful, when it's actually stopped in the sky. So it's had 2-3 days so it could start to move forward. And Mercury now from yesterday will start communicating what it retrieved, what was hidden. Okay, remember that Scorpio is also death and transformation. It's, Libra is partnership, relationship to others. Scorpio it's things to do with things that are hidden. It's a very powerful house. It's money. It's a money house as well as it's money coming through from other sources, from other people, from your partner. And Scorpio is not only, remember that it's the darkness, right? But not to say that every sign has got its light and its dark side to it. Now, Scorpio, the light side of Scorpio is the regeneration. It means that something needed to die so that we could rebuild. Okay, and retrogrades, it's all about things to do with the past situations, past relationships, past connections, work connections, needing to go through a transformation. Now, remember that Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, and Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter in Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So it's very karmic. What 2020, the year 2020, what we've been needing to transform is trying to come through. The transformation is trying to come through. Therefore, if you remember back in January 12th, when we had that major meeting with, Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn, and Mercury was there with them, with these big power players. Okay, so it's got a lot to do because Pluto is here. Pluto brings the transformation where restrictions, limitations, Saturn and truth, freedom, whereas Saturn is restriction. So where these matters are concerned, Mercury, the messenger, the healer, and I'm going to say healer because he rules, she, rule Virgo as well. So it rules Gemini, which means the student, the lesson, business, communication, travel, okay? It's going to bring through the information that needs to be healed, things that were dark, things that needed emotions, repressed emotions. Remember, Scorpio is very secretive. So Mercury is starting to communicate now, right, as it will be, and I feel that once it comes to be right across from Uranus, because Mercury, whilst retrograding, did connect with Uranus in Taurus. Remember that Mercury is logic, it's the left brain, Uranus is the ethers, it's the sky, it's spirit. This is like, and it's also newness, it's rebellion, it's freedom as it rules Aquarius. Something new is coming through. We're moving into the age of Aquarius, and there will be communication. And once the truth comes through, because Mercury will be shedding light on the truth of what needs to be transformed, there will be rebellion, okay? There will be messages coming through from spirit, the power to be able to use logic, that if there is repressed emotion, there is hidden aspects, that there will be a breaking free of anything that was karmic, okay? Anything that needed to collapse. As remember that this area here means the governments. It means Uranus, liberation from the limiting aspects of governments, banking, worldly leaders, but also truth, because Jupiter is very spiritual and it speaks of truth. It speaks of freedom. Now, as you can see here, we've got a beautiful trine over to a Black Moon Lilith. Okay, we know that Black Moon Lilith was the repressed feminine energy that needed equality. Where there is no equality, okay, where there is no equality, where there is repression, there will be the sense of needing relief to break free from anything that was dark, anything that was imprisoning, limiting, and anything that was trying to take away the light and bring in the darkness. Okay, because I do feel that Black Moon Lilith is very, very much about our psychological state. Okay, it's the repressed emotions. Okay, and what do repressed emotions? Where do they stem from? It's the idea, first of all. Everything starts at the brain. Okay, so just the idea of this darkness holding us back and stopping us from feeling free, there will be a rebound, as Black Moon Lilith will strike. She will do anything that is necessary to break free from anything that was limiting, because remember, Taurus is self-worth. This is, for instance, on a mundane level, a narcissistic connection, relationship, leader telling you that you are not free and that you have to abide by their rules. You have to abide by what they see as the right thing. So and I've seen Black Moon Lilith. It's a sense of craziness. It's like the Five of Swords within the Light Seers Tarot that I've done the tarot reading today. We did have that Five of Swords. Okay, so anything that blocks us and our five senses, Taurus is also very practical. It's earth, and it's also knowing our value. we will speak up. We will not be repressed. We will speak our truth, because this is helpful energy, the trine here. Now, Venus is transiting through its home sign of Libra, but Venus is slowly coming up to the 20-degree mark, and she will be connecting in a difficult aspect, a square, to all this stellium here. We've also got Pallas Athene here, and Pallas Athene was Athena, right, in mythology, and she was the fighter. She was the divine feminine warrior spirit. And Athena was also very intelligent. So I do feel that she's helpful. Up here, she's right on Jupiter. So we've got Zeus and Pallas Athena here. They were both fighters. So I feel that there is a sense of balancing out of the scales here. As we know, of course, Pluto has got a good side too, which means something needs to die and transform. The limitations and the restrictions of needing to work through karma. Karma means something that needs to happen. It's very fated. Now, as we all know it, life has gotten so difficult in the past few years. There's been all this repression, this, think of it that the businesses now are closing with this new lockdown. I don't know about your country, but in Greece, we've got a full lockdown now. And I do watch your comments. I do hear that a lot of you are on lockdown. I don't feel that this will last as long as the first initial lockdown, because we're going to have, as you can see, Jupiter is at 21 and Pluto is at 22. These are the big players, right? Saturn is moving direct now. He's sort of leading this pack, but what needs to happen here? Remember, we've got Pluto as the smallest but a very powerful energy. Jupiter is expansive, it's truth, it's also very benevolent. Remember that Pluto is also the masses, and it speaks of riches as well. It speaks of wealth. So whatever will be shown to us as Pluto and Jupiter will be exact. This is their third and last meeting, and this is going to be exact in about 5.5 days. So this could also be rebellion, the people, the masses coming through and speaking their truth, coming up against the governments and the lies and the deception, especially with what's going on in the US right now. You know, a year like 2020, I've been saying it from the beginning of the year, that it's a year of something that's going to be written in history. This year is going to be so transformative, and it's, the breakdown of the world order. And the world order means we've got the leaders, and think of it, we've got the leaders and we've got the people following, but in a sense of repression. There is no freedom of speech anymore. Even if we look at the channels, I mean, those big channels that we watch on TV. First of all, I want to advise you all that you shouldn't watch TV. You should do your research through other sources. When we watch those big channels that have been paid, and that's the deception, they work for the people that are higher up. So their opinion logically should not be taken into account. Okay, do your own research, do your own homework, speak to the people, and don't listen to what those major channels that are one-sided, how they're wanting to brainwash everyone. So listen to spirit, take time out. If you can meditate, do so. Trust in your higher self. We've all got the power to trust our own intuition. We've got an intuition. We're all godly beings. We've all got an angel within us. Anyway, We've got Juno with the sun transiting through Scorpio. I want to wish you a happy birthday if it's your birthday today, everyone. Juno is the asteroid of commitment, and we know that commitments are going through transformation. We've got helpful energies coming through from Neptune. Now, Neptune can be illusion, disillusion, lack of truth, deception as well. And Juno is in the sign of deception. But we've got helpful energies because there's that spiritual side as well. So anything that has been hidden in your own personal relationships, any deception that has been going on is going to go through some form of a transformation and a rebirth. Okay, as the sun brings healing, it brings clarity to relationships. And Venus moving through Libra is very helpful as well, but there is a bit of a juxtaposition, an opposition here, opposition, right, to Mars. These were the lovers of the zodiac. Remember that Venus and Mars, Aphrodite and Aries in mythology, they had an affair, and the outcome of the affair was, of course, Venus was in a clandestine relationship as she was married to Vulcan, and they reproduced and had Eros, Cupid, the god of love. But there is a bit of an opposition here, and I feel that opposition is the fine line is to, yes, we've both got our opinions, but can we work together? Remember, Venus is in Libra. She's the Venus rules Taurus and Libra, but Libra is she's the ethers, the ethereal love. Okay. In Taurus, she's more about the mundane, the practical, the physical. So it's money, values, etc. You know, those feeling good in our five senses, having what we need to make us feel comfortable. In Libra, she's the ethers. So love is coming from above, and Mars is getting ready to move direct. At the 15th degree, Mars will turn direct in 6 days. So he's slowing down now. And he's becoming much more potent, very strong. Remember, it can be Mars retrograde, stopping in the sky. We cannot, it's cardinal energy. We can't do anything about it. We've got to sit and wait and see when we get that green light to move forward, to take action, as Mars will be heading towards Eris. Eris is all about discord. She's like a dark Venus. Okay, and Mars will, because Eris doesn't move, she will be in Aries for quite some time. So Mars is going to come closer to Eris, and Eris is people taking to the street, speaking up. Okay, Aries is all about that. It's thyself. It's cardinal energy. It needs to be able to move, to speak up, so that it could. Remember, Aries is the seed. We've planted the seed. We're not able to nurture that seed. We're not able to water that seed. Well, we're going to do something about it. Interesting also that we've got Vesta here. Vesta, remember, was Hera in mythology, and she was married to Zeus. Now, Zeus was the player. He was married, and he would step out of his marriage. He was the lover boy, right? And Hera was, though, she kept that flame, she kept that fire burning within the home. She kept the fire burning. She kept the family together, if you know what I mean. And Hera, especially being in the sign of Virgo, Virgo means pure, clear energy. It's practical. It's of service. Yes, Hera is very beautiful in the sign of Virgo. So this is like helpful energy, helpful from a very motherly energy, I would say, because remember, Virgo is a very motherly, provides service. It's health as well. Okay, so this is helpful energy, but it's in a bit of a difficult connection to what's going on here in the stellium of Capricorn. Remember also that Virgo is health, so our health is quite, and that could also mean psychologically, that we're being raped, and that's a big word to use, yes, I understand. We are being raped by these karmic energies up here. So our purity is being raped, obviously. But remember that Virgo provides service, it's very practical, and Mercury, which rules Virgo, is going to bring up the things that were hidden to help ease things out, balance things out, fix things. Now, Venus is in a beautiful sextile to Hygeia. Hygeia, remember, is the asteroid of health, and they're telling us that the coronavirus is spreading now. Well, it is the time of influenza. It is the time of, in the northern hemisphere, and I should say also in the southern hemisphere, as when the seasons change, that's when most people tend to get the flu. They tend to get sick. Now, I'm not saying that coronavirus, COVID-19, does not exist, but it's been overblown, and there is a reason behind that. We will be finding out about everything. So, yes, I'm not saying to not be careful, and I'm not saying to not wash your hands and not, sort of keep your distance if you can, but let's not overdo this. Let's not believe in everything that we hear from those dark channels, okay? Hygeia is also trining over to Mars. Now, Mars is going to move direct, as I said, so this is beautiful energy. This is like taking action, having the courage to move forward, speak up, show. Remember that Hygeia is in Leo, and Leo speaks of being the leader, okay, leading. And the fifth house it's the natural house of Leo, so it's ruled by the sun. And I feel that with the sun especially squaring over to Hygeia in Scorpio, it means that the sun will bring healing through medicinal. Remember that Scorpio is the snake. Through poison, there can be healing as well, okay? Through the darkness, we will see the light of Leo, as Leo is ruled by the sun. And the sun, think of it, in the tarot, it's all about healing. It's all about hope. Do not lose hope as we're turning a very vital corner. Now look at this here. I mean, even Vesta quincunxing over. Something is weird here about an open wound. Something is very weird. This is psychological wounding, an actual wound. So anything to do with, again, the centaur, Chiron, is very spiritual as well. Use spirit to heal those physical wounds. Believe, trust. I've heard of cases where people had cancer and they were healed because they did not let this serious, let's say, disease take them down. Remember, positive thinking also. Everything begins from the mind, from the thought. A healthy mind leads to a healthy body, and the other way around. Do not lose hope on everything that's going on right now. The moon is now in Leo. Okay, we want to have fun even though we're not allowed to. Okay, as we've got here again a connection, a difficult connection to Neptune. Trust in things that are hidden. They will be shown to us, okay? And try to use, your higher self again. I'm going to say beliefs. Your beliefs in things will come through for us. The light will come through for all of us. Now, Mars, again, is in a weird aspect to the sun. And you know that Mars also rules Scorpio. So this connection here is, what it says to me is that obviously something needs tweaking here. Mars is getting ready. It's actually stopped, I could say practically stopped now. It's getting ready to move direct. And we've got Aries, the warrior spirit, needing to see the truth on, and having that warrior spirit to have the guts, to have the courage to see the truth about what's been hidden, and know that we can go deep and become much more powerful. As again, I'm going to say Scorpio can also mean healing. Remember, it is also very spiritual. Remember that Scorpio is the serpent. So the serpent, the snake, the enemy, anything to do with jealousy, darkness, that's what Scorpio is all about. And remember that Scorpio rules the sexual organs, and that's where things start from. Okay, that's where things start from. And with all this COVID, keep your distance, this is stopping people producing, people birthing. What's going to happen to the population? Let's not let fear take over the world. Let's not do that. Please spread the word. Things will fix up at some point. We're going through the darkest now. That birth canal is, we can see the light. The light is there. We will be shown the light. Remember that Uranus is all about freedom. It's the tower. We're going to have a tower moment as Mercury will be coming right across and transiting through the sign of Scorpio. We're going to see what happened recently, and what we need to take care of, because remember that Uranus is also the people. It's the people having the curiosity to learn the truth and doing things in a new scientific way. We're moving into the age of Aquarius. Now, the Sun and Neptune over here, right here, this is help from spirit. This is absolutely beautiful. The Sun in Scorpio, connecting to the ethers, to spiritual Pisces. I feel that there is going to be, because Pisces is all about endings. It's about karma. It's about things that are hidden. It's also clandestine relationships. Remember, it's the 12th house, which means endings. The Sun connecting to Neptune. This is very spiritual. This is the heavens opening up and showing us things that have been hidden around connection, or around the way we are transforming our life and our relationships to others. As I feel that the time that the Sun is transiting through Scorpio will be the darkest before the dawn. I truly, truly feel, everyone, that the Sun ingressing into Sagittarius will be a whole new story. So we'll have to wait and see in relation to that. I do feel that that will be the beginning of, being reborn, in a sense, being reborn, yes. Now, in 3 days, Mercury will be entering the sign of Scorpio. As I said, Jupiter and Pluto, that will be quite stressful in about 5 days. We are waiting on the results of the elections. Of course, the court system is Libra, and Venus moving through the sign of Libra. It's all about finding the truth. It's all about justice. Okay, and remember that once Venus touches the 20th degree, so the end of the second decan, I think that that's when we're going to start seeing things that were hidden in relation to injustices done towards the world, towards the people, from the leaders, okay, from the stellium in Capricorn. Now, in about 10 days, 8 to 10 days, we're going to have the sun. The sun is coming up to sextile. And a sextile is helpful energy. So the help is there from the ethers. What are we going to do about it? As a sextile is helpful energy, but we need to move. We need to take action on it. So yes, the sun will be connecting to Jupiter. Think about that in a very positive aspect, sextile. So the sun and Jupiter, amazing. The sun and Pluto, that will show us what the resurrection will be about and how we should start to heal. Okay. Remember again, Pluto, the population, the sun, moving through Scorpio, healing, bringing the light into the darkness. And then the sun will be connecting to a Saturn as well, just soon after that. And I feel that this could be the beginning of something that we will be stabilizing, because Saturn, yes, is karma. So we will be able to see the karma that we were working through. But remember that Saturn also brings rewards after the hard work. So Saturn is not only nasty, he does have his light side as well. Okay, I think that they're the main aspects, what's important to speak of now. I will be coming back with videos in relation to the eclipses that are coming up. We're already in eclipse energies, everyone, so things will be changing radically. Something will be eclipsed out of our life. We're going to have a full moon in the sign of Gemini, okay, which will, will be, of course, obviously, the moon will be in Gemini, and the sun will be in Sagittarius on the 30th of November. So we've got a little while until then, but I do feel that that will be an ending, some form of an ending. Something will be eclipsed out of our lives for good, and I feel that that will be a lot to do with the darkness, as Mars will have been moving direct by then as well. And on the 29th, we're having a Neptune moving direct as well. So we will be seeing things that were being hidden, things that were very confusing. Neptune will start to move direct as well. We're only going to have Uranus retrograde, which will be turning direct beginning of 2021. So it will be all systems go beginning of 2021. And we're also mid-month of December, we're going to be having a new moon in the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, so it's a brand new beginning. That will be a solar eclipse. It's going to be a total solar eclipse. So obviously, again, something is eclipsed out, as the sun will be blocked fully, the sun's light. So there will be a sense of deception, but then the sun comes through again and shows us the truth. Okay. So everyone, I think I will leave it at that. I think I've mentioned everything. Just wanted to mention to those of you that are waiting on personal readings, expect them in the next few days. Thank you for your patience, and I think I will leave it there. I want to thank you all so much. I do hope that I did not step on any toes, but the truth needs to shine. The truth needs to come out, everyone. That's the only way we're going to have balance, equilibrium, and fairness, justice in the world. Okay, so I'm wishing you all well, sending you all much love, and remember to check out my reading on the US elections, as I do speak of things that are actually starting to happen now. I will leave it there. Thank you all so much. Expect the unexpected. Sending you all much love, much light, and many angel blessings from Archangel Michael. Don't forget to send your wishes out to him, as he is very, very much listening to all of us. Ta-da.